All right, boys and girls, to start your word art project, you're going to find 2 pairs of something. I chose scissors and glue, and you need to print a picture of each of these off of Google Images. And if you need help printing, come see me. And you're gonna cut out your pictures that you printed very carefully around the edges. It's really important that you get the edges pretty correct when you're cutting. So now that I've cut out both of my pictures, what I'm gonna do is take my final copy paper and I'm gonna trace both of the pictures onto the final copy paper. Okay, now that I've traced both of my pictures, I can get rid of my tracers. I don't need them anymore. And now it's up to me to figure out how I'm going to fit my letters into each of these pictures. So let's start with the glue bottle. So I have to fit the letters G-L-U-E into the bottle, and I'm trying to make sure that they fit with most of the bottle, because eventually I'm going to erase this outline. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go this way. And remember, you can just kind of sketch out a line letter to see how it's going to fit. And your goal is to make sure your letters are touching the edges of your shape. So I think I want to do uppercase letters so they fill more of the bottle. Once I've kind of sketched that out and planned it out, now I can turn these into shape letters to give them more thickness to fill more of my shape. So I can kind of trace around my letters like this, or I can just kind of give them some thickness. And I think I even want to go a little bit thicker there because it didn't fill the majority of the shape. So that looks pretty good. I'm going to go around my L now. And the U, I want to be right here. And I'm still just kind of sketching things out. So the E will kind of touch the edge here to make this interesting curve of the bottle. So once I think I've got it right, I can take my Sharpie then and I can just go and kind of finalize some things. Okay, my job now is to take an eraser, and I would suggest to get a big pink thick eraser like this, and I'm gonna erase everything, all the outlines and the sketchy marks. Okay, now that I've erased the outlines, now I need to decide, does this make a glue bottle? Does it look like my shape enough? If not, then I might need to go back and edit some things. I think I kind of want to put just like a little top right here for the bottle. That's okay to add like an extra little shape if it helps your shape come to life. That's totally fine. Okay, so I'm done with glue. I'm going to add color to this in a bit, but let's do my scissors now. So I've kind of already sketched this out ahead of time. This one was a little bit more tricky because I had more letters that I had to work with, but let's see how this ends up. Okay, now that all my outlines are erased, I think I like them both. So now I'm going to add color to them by painting them. All right, I'm going to use paint markers to color in my scissors and glue. And you might want to look back at your pictures from your Chromebook to see what colors you think would look best in here. I'm going to start with the glue bottle. All right, everyone, as you can see here, I finished coloring my pictures. You can add whatever details you want with color. And I cut them out and I glued them to a black background paper. You can cut them out around the edges, or you can just cut a white square around them each and display them next to each other. But when you're done with this, you are done with your project.